Representative Newberger, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Tell us about yourself, your occupation, and your home life.
I'm a paramedic. I work for a level 1 trauma center. Have been there, it'll be 25 years in April. I'm married. I've been married for 22 years. I have 3 daughters. Well, actually, they have me. 2 are in college, 1 is still in high school. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
Why did you decide to run for state representative?
I've been involved with campaigns for years. I've always had an interest in politics. Um, I have a heart for it. I have a heart for my district. Um, After redistricting occurred, uh, the district that I live in was open. So I ran for the endorsement and won, and haven't looked back. It's gone really well.
Tell me a little bit about your district. What issues do you think people in your district are concerned about?
It's House District 15B. That's 15B. It's a very big district geographically. It stretches from Becker all the way up to, if you follow the highway, the Clearwater. It arcs around St. Cloud to Foley and then to Rice, all the way up to Royalton. I have most of Benton County, half of the western half of Sherburne County, and I also have the tip of Wright County, and I also have a little tiny piece of Morrison County. So it's a big, geographically, it's very big. The cities, the biggest cities in that district would be, again, Becker, Clear Lake, Clearwater, Rice, and Foley. Those are the biggest ones. The nice thing about my district is we have everything from gravel roads to interstate. We have potato farms, we have dairy farms, we have bean farms, we have corn, we have major manufacturers. The diversity of the district it's a small snapshot of the state of Minnesota. What we have in 15B is what we have throughout the state. So depending on what community you're in, the issues kind of vary. The biggest one is some of the common ones that we've encountered is of course taxes and spending. It's a very conservative district, real good, common sense type of folks, down to earth, people that you can just sit down and talk to real easy with, very comfortable. I really like living there. It's a good fit for me. And as I would door knock and speak to people throughout the campaign season, over the overriding theme, I would have to say, would be taxes and spending and the growth of government. That's a real concern for the folks in my district.
When the end of the session arrives and you return back home to your district, how will you determine if you are a successful legislator?
By how people react with me, I don't judge my accomplishments through the media. If I pick up the newspaper and someone is unhappy with a decision, that's a good that's a good initial start. The best way to really tell if you're doing a good job is what people say to your face. Have multiple townships and city councils in my district. I try to attend the meetings a couple times a year for each township and each city council. I try to stay plugged in with the people in my district, and it's at those face-to-face township board meetings and city council meetings and other public events, when I'm talking to people, that's where you really get a feel if you're connecting with folks and if you're doing a good job. It's the one-on-one conversations that you have with people, and I try to stay plugged in as my schedule allows.
Last question I have is, if you could sit down and have dinner with any person, living or deceased, who would you choose and why?
That's a great question. Well, who's paying for dinner? I would have to say, well, that's number one would be Jesus. I would sit down and well, I'd probably kneel. But if you're talking about just a regular person, my dad, my mom and dad, they've been gone for years. My mom died 20 years ago. My dad died about 8 years ago. That's on the personal side. I would really love to see them again. I miss them dearly. Or if you're talking a historical figure, Winston Churchill, without a doubt. I admire him. He's someone that had a lot of really good qualities. He had some bad ones as well, but we all do. But Winston Churchill was a man who led England through its darkest time ever, and he never gave up. He was had a saying. It was called KBO. It was keep buggering on. Never quit. When you're going through hell, keep going. So his fortitude, his strength, and his love of country is an inspiration. And I would be honored to sit down and have dinner with him.